guys, Toby Huff back here with Human Anatomy for Patrick Brown. We met today, it's Monday, the 11th of February, and we met today, 10 o'clock per usual. We went over notes, then we had a lab, and should have studied before the lab because we went over the skeletal system, setting it up, putting it together, and then he came around and he asked us questions about the bones. The next test, the next practical, I think, is this coming Monday, so next Monday. And then the next class test, it's coming up whenever we get done with the skeletal system. But when should you start studying for that? Probably now, and for the practical as well, because if you try to cram it all in the night before, it's going to be very difficult. These are thorough tests, they're long tests, and I mean, just to study for it, it's real simple. So in the notebook that we have for the class, they're exactly what he has up on the board for his PowerPoint. He has the answers on the test highlighted, and I put a mark beside each one that's highlighted. And we've been going over the bones and the skeletal system. So that's what we're on for this next test and for the next practical test that will be in a lab. And as you can see, every page there's stuff that's going to be on a test, just different things that are highlighted on the board. And we made it to the upper limb bones. We almost got done with the upper limb bones, but that's where we stopped on Wednesday, and we're picking up there on Friday. And so yeah, just make sure you get everything highlighted, marked down, because that's what's going to be on our test. Every day we cover new material. I go over the material that we covered that day. If not that day, then at the end of each week, then I go over it pretty extensively. And that's the ones that he has highlighted on the board that are going to be on the test. And then, I mean, even the night before the test, that's, when a lot of people do cram. And, the night before I'm really studying even harder than I have been. And, instead of just going over it and trying to memorize a few here and there, the night before I'm going over everything, making sure that I actually have memorized it and that I actually do know it. Other than that, after the test, right after the test, you should have a pretty good feeling about what you made and how much you actually knew and what you guessed on. So, I mean, if you're not studying, then that's not true, of course, because you're just going to be like, well, guessed on every single one. Hope I did good, but I mean, you won't do good if that's what you're doing. But he always, the next class period, has our papers back to us for the test that we had just taken, and he goes over the test, and if we have any questions, we can ask him in there whenever we get those Scamtrons back to know what we made on the test. Other than that, that's about all that you can do when the test is over. I mean, it's not like you can study and then try to take it again, but we don't have any homework. Our homework is to study. So other than that, that's all I've got for y'all today. I'll see y'all later.